Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to the World Series. Today we have Firelord against Leikeze. We're on Tournament Desert. It looks like we've got a GLA mirror. So we've got, for Firelord, we've got GLA Tox in the north, and in the south we've got Leikeze. Leikeze is actually Boyka's brother, if you know a player called Boyka. And Leikeze is playing as our GLA Vanilla. He's going for a supply, fast barracks in the center. Pretty standard. Also going for a fast barracks in the north as well, Firelord. I think Firelord is probably the stronger of these two players, so I think Leikeze is probably the underdog. So we'll see if Leikeze is able to keep up with Firelord. Firelord sometimes can play really decent and can compete with some of the top players. Whereas Leikeze, I'm not quite sure on his level. He is Boyka's brother. Maybe he can put Boyka in the driving seat and Boyka can play some games for him. I'm pretty sure no one would be able to know. Little bit strange though, sending the worker forward and actually just losing it to the terrorist. No tunnel built for Leikeze in the center. Tunnel on the left hand side for Firelord. Already it's looking a little bit strange from Leikeze. Tunnel is now going up over here for Leikeze. Looks like Firelord has actually skipped his arms dealer, which is very strange because now technicals are going to be able to run over all of Firelord's workers, but Firelord is also going for the oil capture, so this is a bit strange from both players. Is Firelord going to be able to get enough units out to defend against any technicals running over the workers? Because this is why this build order that Firelord is doing is a little bit weak, is because you're not going to have any technicals out, and you're not going to probably be able to stop the technicals getting in the supply line. Leikeze is actually playing super defensive though. He's playing really. This game is so strange. Why is Leikeze just boxing himself in his own base with no map control? This is really weird. And this is definitely why I would think Leikeze is the underdog here, doing weird stuff like this. Is the technical going to go down? It is going to go down, and the technical completely destroyed. Worked out perfectly, this build order for Firelord. Firelord executing it perfectly, but not coming under pressure at all. Technical straight through the middle and straight into the supply line would have killed at least a few workers there, and probably would have even got inside of here as well. But charging down the center, down the right hand side rather, not paying attention to it, going straight between the tunnels is not very good at all. Firelord in the meantime is just making loads and loads of tunnels everywhere, which is exactly what he needs to do. Firelord now completing the arms dealer, has now upgraded it to a real one. Firelord is completely securing the center, completely secured the left side. Leikeze, I have no idea what this guy is doing. He's now making a palace. But how can you possibly make a palace when you've completely just left the entire map for the enemy to get? So is the enemy's going to be on 2 oils, which are a complete bonus because you're on 0. The enemy's going to be on 3 or 4. It could be on 3 or 4 supplies in the middle because there's that many piles. Not to mention his own 2 supplies back at home as well. We're just going to increase my scroll speed. Actually, it's already increased. So yeah, how can you possibly expect to win that by going fast palace? This is really strange. And Leikeze, I don't know if he's I don't know what he's doing, to be honest, guys. A little bit strange. We might need to entertain ourselves somehow. I think it's a foregone conclusion that Firelord is going to win this nice and easy, so I'm trying to think what can we use to entertain ourselves. How many units has Firelord lost so far? So he's lost 3. What we can probably do is how fast is Firelord going to win this game? It's not looking like any player wants any form of aggression at all. I know GLA mirrors are kind of like that. Firelord actually choosing to cancel this supply here. Firelord could easily be on 3 or 4 supplies in the middle now, alone, and also have the arms dealer up. 2 arms dealers up for Leikeze now. It looks like he's going for a fast palace to get the fast buggies out. Or he's going for fast buses rather. I mean, this is not a great strategy, but I mean, a couple of buses is probably going to be pretty strong. He's got enough RPGs out for them. Not to fill both buses though, it doesn't look like there's quite enough to fill both buses. Maybe there is, I'm not sure. One's... there's going to be two RPGs short, but he does have 2 buses now, pretty strong units. He does have a few quads in there as well, I think. Or a technical, rather. He's just left the enemy to completely dominate the whole map. I really don't understand Leikeze sometimes. Black market now going up for Leikeze, but I mean, do you really expect to win a bunkery game like this when you're just allowing the enemy just to take everything that he wants? This is really strange for Ignace Maes. I don't think I've ever seen it in a top level game, which I would consider Firelord not far off top level. Units lost 4, units lost 3. It's literally unheard of that you'll see that low amount of units destroyed. Leikeze is now on a fake black market, finally got some buggies out, and is going to be attacking a tunnel, but it's going to do so little damage, and Firelord only has to make a couple of units just to fight this off. 2 buses are going to pop out now and kill the first building for Leikeze. But I mean, that oil is more than paid for it. Alright, the game is this time, guys. We've got to guess at what minute is Firelord going to win the game. Because I'm pretty sure if Leikeze has lost this, this is a complete write-off. So everybody place your bets. When do you think Firelord is going to... Is Firelord going to prolong this and make it like the longest victory ever? Because I really don't think he's going to have a chance of winning this game. Or is Firelord going to charge any minute now with loads of buses of his own and win the game? How long before Leikeze quits? Because economically I don't think Leikeze can win. I'm going to go with... what am I going to go with? I'm going to go with... I think Leikeze is going to last another 3 minutes and then he's going to get rolled over. So I'm going to go with like 10 minutes. Just because, even though it doesn't look so bad for Leikeze, well, yeah, it does to me actually. He's only got 1 black market compared to the enemies on 2 oils, which are worth like 1.6 or 1.8 black markets each. I think 1.6 actually. But he's already got a 3 black market lead, and he's got the 2 supplies in the center. He's got his own black market there. Firelord now got a scud launcher out. I don't know why Firelord is making this last so long. Because he could easily just out-spam and steamroll Leikeze at any given point. Scud launcher has gone down for Firelord. I think this is probably the most boring game we've seen so far. These buggies are slowly pushing this back. All the buggies are probably going to go down now. Actually, the buggy's escaping and causing quite a bit of damage to that bus. The bus is going to escape, though, just in time. Scud launcher is now out. And Leikeze, I don't know what he's got inside of there. Has he got... did he have a... I think he was just using the splash damage to try and kill the Scud launcher. Time is ticking away. We're on 8 minutes 48. And how many units have we got lost? 17, 15, 32. Probably still pretty low for a 9-minute game. Not a 9-minute GLA mirror. The right hand side, we've got loads of buggies out now. This bus is going to charge at them though, and if Leikeze is not paying attention, he's going to lose at least some buses. Bit weird from Firelord, that hasn't even got many RPGs inside of it. It's got like 3. Leikeze not finishing this off. Loads of scorps coming now for Firelord. Firelord finally making a push. It's looking like I might lose the bet. We're on 9 minutes 21 already. Firelord not looking like he's going to close out the game anytime soon. This is going to probably go a little bit later at least. Leikeze making a second fake black market. This oil has just been ignored the whole time by Leikeze. Likewise the whole center as well. Only 2 workers collecting there for Firelord. Loads of black markets going up for Firelord. I mean, does Firelord not recognize that Leikeze has just literally not got very much at all, and he could easily just win the game just by... Never mind all the black markets. You don't need to make all them black markets. Just get a couple of upgrades and charge at him with buses and stuff. There's no way Leikeze can hold on for very long. He's got a 2 supply advantage and a 2 oil advantage and map control advantage. It's like, what more do you want to close out a game? But Well, this is going to go, we're going to go past 10 minutes now, so it's looking like it's going to go even longer. We've got a bus running at the buggies. One buggy going to go down, the rest of them are going to escape, but the bus is going to go down for Leikeze. Unlucky for Leikeze there. One Scud launcher is going to be force fire in the ground there. Firelord looking like he wants to close this out with Scud storms rather than anything else. Buggy's going to run into all the RPGs, all of them are going to go down, probably quite a few Scorps going to go down as well. Actually, one Scorp going to go down, second Scorp going to go down, third Scorp going to go down for Firelord. Firelord wants to win this game quickly, or more quickly. Just needs to build like 4 buses, loads of RPGs, get all the upgrades for them, the rocket upgrade and stuff. And then just run into the base and just close down the black markets and war factories and stuff. Yeah, eventually they'll get picked off by the buggies if Leikeze micros really well. But then once you've done that, you've got all the damage off. Then you just want to replenish them. You've got the money advantage. Of course, you can afford to do that and go again. He's actually not doing so bad, and I'm really disappointed in Firelord and how he's handling this. Just making loads and loads of black markets, trying to make it a really slow bunkery game. Not enough aggression, in my opinion. Just kind of sitting back and allowing Leikeze to pull off this really weird, poor, in my opinion, build order. Scuds out now for Leikeze as well. Bit weird, him going for buggies and Scuds. Not often seen. First Scud launch, Scud Storm is out. 2 RPGs are going to slowly kill this this oil. Now approaching 12 minutes. Oh, sorry, past 12 minutes. Firelord playing this really weird. Force firing the ground. He's playing it like a one of the newbie 2v2v2 players, where they just make loads of Scud storms and sorry, not Scud storms, Scud launches or nuke missiles and sorry, nuke cannons, and just force fire the ground. That's exactly what he's playing it like. He's got such a massive advantage. Why is he having to turtle up and bunker like this, like a 3rd Scud storm? His first game is boring me to sleep, and I hope it's not going to happen. It's not going to go to. I hope what I mean is I hope all the other games aren't going to be like this. We'll get my words out eventually. I'm casting way too many games. So angry mob does go down. Need to get like 3 or 4 angry mobs and then charge. This game is really, really boring me. So buggy's just going to trade off against each other there. Of course, Firelord can afford to do that. I have no idea how Leikeze thinks he's going to win just by sitting in his base, just waiting for these Scud storms to come flying at him. He really needs to do something. You really need to do something from the minute the game started, to be honest, but he didn't. And because of that, he's just going to be slowly choked out of this game. I suppose Firelord is just doing the very minimum about what he needs to do. All he needs to do is just sit back and bunker, but in my eyes, this game could have been finished ages ago. Loads of RPGs inside that bunker, catching Leikeze off guard, and that bus is actually going to go down. I have a feeling this game isn't going to have like a grand finale. I think it's just going to be Leikeze is just going to quit the game. He doesn't even say GG Leikeze half the time, so he's probably just going to quit at any random given moment when he realizes he can't win because these Scud storms are going to come in. Firelord is really boring himself, or boring us to a way to victory in this game. So yeah, I was way wrong with my 10-minute mark. I thought Firelord was going to win pretty quick, but I misjudged how much Firelord wants to bunker this time. It's got a mixture of Scuds and buggies, which is a little bit unorthodox. You don't normally see that. Usually just see one unit type of the long range. Firelord, because he's not making many units, I think. We saw a rebel ambush there that got completely annihilated. Jarman is sitting around here doing nothing. The tunnels are probably going to take out most of this angry mob anyway, though. Without Jarman's help, the buses, sorry, the Scuds are going to be chased down now by buggies and scorps. They're all going to go down. One scorp from Firelord is going to go down too. He's thinking he can still black market his way out of this game, but he really is not. I mean, look at his map control. His own oil has been destroyed. You've allowed the enemy to take the oil. You've allowed the enemy to take the whole middle. And you allowed the enemy to just build 5 scud storms without any, like, kind of big aggression plan. It's not like he's amassing buses and planning to do one big charge to try and win it, which is exactly what he needs to. He can't just slowly buggy and scud launch his way out of this. This is a completely lost game for the Leikeze. Completely lost. So I'm wrong now by 6 minutes. Anyone who said like the 20-minute mark or 25 minutes or even 30 minutes, you're probably on for a victory. So Leikeze is going for the old black market versus scud storm strategy, which always works out in your favor because the black market can secretly annihilate any enemy buildings you want. So yeah, you don't need any aggression in a GLA mirror. Just sit back, just let the enemy take the whole map, and yeah, Bob's your uncle. Good hit from the scud there, actually killing one unit. Actually not as good as I thought. I think he put it on the Anthrax mode rather than the demolition mode, which I think he's got because he's a normal GLA. One worker going to go down. These Scorps now have the Gamma Anthrax. Jarman a little bit late to react there, to say the least. I really would put these on the demolition one because you're going to do far more damage. Probably would have popped that open with the demolition one. Firelord now closing in. He's got 2 scud storms ready. But Leikeze has lost. He's never had a chance throughout this whole game. As soon as that tech terror went down, he pretty much lost the game, but he's going to hold on a little bit longer against Firelord. I'd like to see more buses from Firelord. Like maybe a small attack like this, maybe that's kind of size army, but then like send like 5 or 6 buses down the side and do one big attack. Even if he just goes charge straight at the palace, yeah, you're going to lose some buses, but it's the amount that it's going to kill in return. You're going to kill so much of Leikeze's stuff. It might not even be cost efficient, but because you've got the entire map, because Leikeze just let you have the entire map, then it doesn't make any difference. Why is Firelord also just holding his scud storms? It's like they were on some betting website and they bet on themselves to make the game purposely last half an hour. That's what it looks like to me. Deliberately holding back scud storms, or you know a supply is going to be there 100%, even though you haven't been on the enemy's side of the map for like pretty much the whole game. You don't know what he's got. You know there's going to be something there. He's choosing to go for the black market. It's not a bad shot. It's probably going to kill the Jarman as well. So the good old black market's not working out for Leikeze. He's continuing to make more black markets as well. Anthrax rebels are going to get shut down. Second scud zone finally going to be launched. Where has he hit this one?
A warrior has fallen.
He's launched
We can now use a scud storm.
here. More black markets going down. That's all 3 of them going down. Nice hit by Firelord. Leikeze is really... I think Leikeze might be one of the most boring players I've ever seen. I'm just going to say it. Even when I played him in that best of 13 that I played recently and uploaded versus him, in some of the games he just made a load of units and then just went AFK. I don't know what is wrong with the guy. This guy is a game replays admin. I don't know why he's even allowed to just bore people out of games like that. And I don't think he's probably gone AFK on this game and done it on purpose, but what is the guy thinking? You can't just sit back with tunnels in your base and just... He knows he's lost this now. He's just wasting... you know what, guys? We're going to fast forward this. We're going to fast forward it. This is the most boring player. We're going to fast forward. I usually never fast forward, but Leikeze is just wasting time. Look how many scud storms we've got on the map. And to be honest, I am not going to look forward to it. I hope Leikeze goes out of this tournament because I've had enough of this guy, to be honest. So I'm just going to tell you as it is. I'm not even going to talk about that game. Leikeze, obviously, look at the cash difference and how Firelord took so long. He took 24 minutes to close that out. That's actually embarrassing for Firelord. So I'm not going to hold back. I'm just going to tell you exactly as it is. We've got Firelord on 1, Leikeze on 0. We're going to jump into the next game. Okay, we've got Leikeze as the USA laser. The bottom left, he's going to be making V's and missile defenders, so hopefully he's going to be a little bit more aggressive than he was in that last game. We've got a USA mirror actually, so hopefully it's going to be a bit of a quicker game. USA mirrors tend to be some of the quickest. Let's hope that Leikeze doesn't go AFK. What a role model of an admin to just go AFK in some games. My Leikeze bashing will finish at some point, I promise. So we've got a supply center going up for Firelord. Not sold his command center yet. I think he's waiting for the scan. With the drone, it is back here though, so he's not going to get it. Not going to be able to laser lock it. Leikeze also keeping his command center, doing a supply in the middle of the 2 supply dock areas, so not too bad. Leikeze choosing not to scan, keeping his command center anyway though, which is a little bit strange. The Chinook is going to pick up some missile defenders. He's going to do a big drop. Well, I say big drop. Pretty much a standard drop. Firelord choosing to go for 2 barracks and a war factory. A little bit strange. Firelord looking like he's going to go for the. It's looking like he's going for the oils actually. Yeah. Firelord continuously moving the dozers around, and is he going to be able to run over them? He's going to be able to run over at least a few of them, I would say. He's going to run over. Bad micro from Firelord. I think Firelord was paying attention over here. Leikeze a bit hesitant there about what to target. Is now going to target the Chinook. Firelord is slow moving this out of the way. 2 Vs are going to come in now, and the Vs are probably going to kill this. Leikeze is targeting the dozer when he needs to be targeting a V. Killing a V there is much more important than killing that dozer. Leikeze choosing to long distance mine from over here. Don't know why he just didn't build it like here and just collect from there. Should be a little bit quicker, I think. Although the Chinooks are so fast, it doesn't make that much difference. Leikeze is building a barracks over here. We've got a ranger capturing the oil at the top. Also going to be capturing that bottom one there. If he gets both of them oils, I'm going to say the Firelord's going to win this game as well. Leikeze now choosing to sell his command center, which is a little bit strange. He's building a war factory back here. I probably would like to see a second supply from him first before a war factory. Because Leikeze on 1 supply. It's not the greatest. And also he should have seen that ranger. Well, we've got a V going down there to a decent laser lock, it looks like, from Leikeze. Oil now captured from Firelord. Going to be capturing this other one as well, so it's going to be 2 oils of Firelord. Just based on that, it's probably looking like a Firelord victory. Like I said, you're going to be 2 oils ahead, which is exactly like the first game. Leikeze not bothered about the oils at all. Barracks is going down. And V is going to clear up some missile defenders that was produced, I think, from that barracks. There is a dozer chilling behind there. This V doesn't want to get too close, because even though it's only a ranger in there, it's still going to take quite a bit of damage, as it's already very low. So Firelord also getting the artillery platform as well. Got a drop coming in from Leikeze, which is exactly what he needs to be doing. Leikeze hanging around for a bit before dropping it. Is he gonna? He's just collecting from his enemy's supply pile, which is really, really strange. I can easily just get laser locked out of the sky. I mean, you're right next to some barracks, so it's a big risk. $1,200 to do that. Any decent player is just going to laser lock that straight away. I have no idea what Leikeze is doing. So artillery platform also captured for Firelord. We've got a V crossing the path with another V. They're both going to engage, and who's going to come out on top in this engagement? Both players evacuate, and all of the units have gone down for Leikeze. Firelord is now massively ahead because them 2 oils. He's also on a second supply now as well. Those 4 missile defenders are going to run forward to the enemy base. Leikeze is now... Is he still collecting? He's still collecting from his enemy's supply pile. Now Firelord's going to think that's a drop, but then he's going to realise that... He's going to realise very soon that Leikeze is just actually collecting from his supply pile. No laser lock from Leikeze there, big mistake. Could have probably killed that V. This Chinook is now going to run away. Start collecting from this pile. Why would you collect from that pile when you've got this pile and this pile here? Like, I just don't understand. It's such a risk against the USA. You don't really want to be doing that. Also, your income's going to be slowed. Yeah, you're stealing your enemy's income. Yeah, that's cool. Really cool. 600 from your enemy's pile and 600 in yours. But the way you're delaying your economy, you've also not gone for the oils. So you're not going to have enough units out. And you're probably going to lose the game before that even comes into play. So Leikeze is getting completely trashed here. Plenty of Vs now from Firelord. Let's see how full they are. So we've got 5 missile defenders in total. Got 2 V missiles, which I like, from Leikeze. Is out nice and early. Still collecting from his enemy's supply. No TOVs from Firelord, because if it were out, he'd be able to just kill that from very long distance, very far away. Firelord now on a command center. Also, 2 supplies with 2 Chinooks on each. Nice laser lock there from Firelord. I think that's going to send the V. Oh, it's going to send it very low, but just survive. One of Firelord's Vs went down there. Firelord literally has so much now just because Leikeze has not been bothered about the oils the whole game. Okay, some big V engagement. A little bit poor from Firelord, the way he just charged in and he lost so many Vs. I don't think he needed to lose that much stuff. I would have evacuated my units and then scared his Vs away. Leikeze knows it's GG. Really unimpressed with Leikeze so far. Would expect better play from him. Being Boyku's brother, Boyku's a pretty good player. You'd think Boyku can give him all the tips. But Leikeze is really not up to the same standard as his brother. You can see Firelord collecting double the amount of supplies there and killing triple the amount of units. Really unimpressive from Leikeze soon. Soon I hope he is able to win at least 1 or 2 games. Let's see if he's able to do that. Okay, so we're on... actually, what's this map called? I actually can't remember what this map's called. It's Forgotten Forest, but it's a snow edition. It's called something else. We've got a GLA mirror again. So we've got Leikeze with GLA demolition in the top right, and then the bottom left we've got Firelord with Tox. Let's see who can win this matchup. Pretty balanced. So you got like Tox is kind of stronger in the early game because the toxin tunnels and the Scorps and stuff like that. But then GLA demolition is more overpowered in the later game because you got Rebel ambush, which can detonate instantly. Of course, the toxin ambush is equally powerful. But you've got demo bikes. You can do demo traps, stuff like that. He's a little bit slow building that tunnel there. Building a war factory now. Firelord war factory or arms dealer is a little bit quicker, but it is going to be a little bit quicker for the south player because your command center starts there and your worker starts there, whereas the other player, your command center is like there and your worker starts in front of the command center, so it has to run all the way back, so it is going to be a little bit slower. Leikeze is building a demo trap in the center there. That's actually not a bad position because I think units most of the time will go through that gap. I think actually vehicles will just charge through the wall, but infantry certainly will go through there. Firelord running straight to the enemy supply. Not sure what he's thinking he's going to achieve there because that's just going to be scouted no matter what. You want to sneak a worker like maybe here or around the back. I always wonder here on this map, what is going on here? Is that frozen? This map was made by the Russians, and I think that's like a glacier or something. So I think it's like a frozen area. It always looks a bit weird to me though. Maybe it's just me. Worker trying to build another demo trap there. Leikeze taking good map control in the center, but these are the unimportant areas of the map. Firelord's taking the important areas, the oils again. Is Leikeze just not know about oils and how good they are? Leikeze is actually taking out a not TerraTech, he's taking out a tech, RPG, and a worker there. Not so bad. Leikeze is making plenty of demo traps all over the map. I do like demo traps, so nothing wrong with that. But he hasn't secured the most important areas on the map. This map is all about those 2 oils. He's also collecting with just 3 workers. And collecting with 6 workers over here. That's pretty good. Only 4 workers of Firelord over here and 4 over here. This is really basics, guys. I don't know why we don't often see 6 or 7 workers on on supply docks. Why do players choose to limit their income? I say it every single game. It's something I say on every single map when there's a GLA. But yet people still don't do it. Look, he's doing a really nice technical there, getting inside the supply line, killing 3 of the 4 workers, so 75% of the supply line. Another technical getting in the supply line there. Firelord actually in no cash now. Firelord has secured the ores, but he's on no cash. I wonder how much he's got left to build the workers. And Leikeze doing a really good job, and Firelord not leaving himself enough in the bank to build any workers is going to cause him big trouble. We have now got a terrorist there. A little bit strange, don't quite know what is going on with that terrorist. I think Firelord is not going to be able to produce any workers. He's going to have to start selling some stuff. He should have cancelled that quad. Because that building workers is more important, because now he got literally... This is actually quite embarrassing for him, because he now can't build any workers. So he's going to have to... You need to sell some stuff. Selling his supply. I would have rather sold the war factory, because the supply is the thing that's going to make your workers. This is a crazy level of 0. I was the guy who was bigging up Firelord, but this is so weird. Is that 1 terrorist? Oh no, 2 terrorists are there. Leikeze might recognize what's happened now if he's on the ball. He's floating 3.5k. Now on 2 arms dealers. There are bikes out now, or a bike. He does have the capture upgrade. Leikeze recognized, I think, that he's going for it, but the Firelord is on no supplies. He's on no supplies against 2, so this is looking very bad for Firelord. Just simple little things like protecting your workers and cancelling that quad would have saved him from selling the supply center. It's just so weird to watch. Both orders are going to go up for Firelord, and now he's going to be able to rebuild workers on there very soon. But is Leikeze going to be too far ahead by that point? We've got a tunnel going up over here, got more technical harassment back in the supply line. Technical is going to go down to a super tech though. This supply now being rebuilt. So Leikeze looks like he has decent map control, but he doesn't have the important areas, which is the oil and the oil. And also this is an important area because it's a massive scout as well. Even if there was no oil here, it's useful to have a tunnel because you can put an RPG in there and an RPG in there, and it's such a massive scout. It provides an area that covers all of this. You can see all of this. You can also harass by getting technicals down the back, but just letting Firelord completely take that. He's now going for ToxicShock, successfully detonating on the supply. That's really good. He's also going to get back in the supply line. Firelord choosing not to protect the supply line once again, despite him seeing a technical just kill that supply center. So it's not going well for Firelord. In the meantime, Leikeze is actually choosing to push over here, and he's probably going to be able to break through this tunnel because there's a second tunnel and a few units in there. Got an RPG as well. This is going to be not so easy to break through just because these toxic tunnels are just so strong. He's probably going to be able to kill quite a few of these quads. Actually, I don't know if he targeted the wrong one then, because that was on 0 HP. I don't know why he didn't finish it, but quad's actually successfully taking out this area. Need to be careful of the splash damage because that quad is living right on the edge. Aggressive tunnel from Firelord. I don't know if he's lost and taken too much damage now. So pretty much the whole army survives for Leikeze, and Leikeze successfully taking out this, taking back this whole area. Maybe this game will give a bit of a morale boost if he does win it. We've got to push through this center now. Yeah, push through the center for Leikeze with the 6 quads. One quad does go down, but Leikeze has got so many quads now. And I think actually Firelord's going for a base trade. You've got a base trade situation, so a lot more exciting than the first GLA mirror we saw. All these workers are going to get killed. We've got a tech terror going in now, I think, because I'm sure he had loads of terrorists ready. Loads of terrorists inside of there. Just going to kill them workers and then evacuate them all. Leikeze choosing to go back and defend his base. Massive tech terror here. Gonna detonate. Oh, Leikeze, micro these better, please. What are you doing? Oh man, my eyes hurt, guys. My eyes hurt. War Factory surviving. He could have killed all of that, I'm pretty sure. But because Leikeze wasn't paying attention, wasn't force firing the ground again. Leikeze actually clearing up this area now. War Factory is down to the whole mode, I suppose. So and Firelord is also on no workers, or he's on 1 worker now. So Firelord is in a really bad situation. But Leikeze could have closed this out with that Terror Tech if he'd have just paid attention a little bit more. Another Terror Tech now. Yeah, of course he's not paying attention again. He's going to go down. Barracks is going to die though. It's going to give him a little bit of an XP boost. We've got so many quads out now for Leikeze. I actually would prefer to see some Scorps mixed in. That War Factory there has gone down. Still collecting with only 3 workers. Loads of workers collecting over here though, and you see that's already nearly mined out. Big engagement over here. We've got Super Tech going down. But a few highly vetted quads going down there as well. And the Firelord is really on his last legs now. He's got 1 oil and 1 supply, but that 1 supply only had a few workers, and Firelord knows it's GG. Well played by Leikeze to get the win against what I would say is probably the slightly stronger player, but also killing all those workers and basically leaving Firelord on 0 workers for a long time. Big mistake from Firelord, not producing, not cancelling that quad basically to allow him to make workers. Instead he built the quad and therefore he had to sell the supply center. Big mistake that. But yeah, well played by Leikeze. Ultimately he does get the win. No matter how many mistakes were made, he does get the win. So it's 2-1 now for Firelord. Jumping into game 4 then, we've got Firelord against Leikeze again, this time on I don't know why he's saying that, because I don't know if he's just mentioning it to Logica, because Logica is actually observing this game. But China Vanilla versus Stealth against a player of Leikeze's caliber, based on all the mistakes we've seen so far, is 100% winnable. As long as Firelord plays nice and solid, I'd be willing to put money on it that China Vanilla is able to win this matchup. The only thing that does make it a little bit imbalanced, and that's if Leikeze even goes for them, is these 2 Terror Cars. Don't know if Leikeze is going to go for them or not. He has done a forward barracks, so let's see. Slow building a tunnel there, and building more workers there as well. War Factory going up, or Arms Dealer rather, and we've got a Stealth Tunnel there as well. Stealth Tunnel in the middle. He's not going for the Terror Cars, so why would you not want the Terror Cars in the beginning? I'm so confused. Leikeze is also a what was I going to say then? Was I going to say something something dodgy? A replay reviewer. So he should know these maps, and he knows where the cars are and stuff. But choosing not to go for these 2 cars, they're so powerful, and you would literally be able to. Well, that dozer is open. That dozer open. You could dozer hunt your enemy and provide a massive scout just for the cost of 400. So 200 for each terrorist. Tunnel is going to be denied there. Leikeze actually going inside of that bunker with his worker. Leikeze is going to drive straight into the gap, as you do. Yeah, it's going to be denied. Sorry, the technical is going to be denied. Perfect supply placement. Firelord on that right side, and also boxing in his units really well. Leikeze's got a decent-ish map control. Actually, now he's got about 50% of the map control, because he's got all of this center, yeah, but he's only got a unit inside of there. I think it might even be just a worker, I'm not sure what it is. Would like to see some quads out from Leikeze now. And a bit of a push. I would like to see a bigger army out from Firelord as well. I'm not sure if he's been continuously pumping these units out now, because only having like 3, 4, 5 units on the map. He's got 6 actually. Would expect like a few more. So Firelord taking back a bit of map control now, clearing out that bunker, whatever was inside it. I think the reason for Firelord's slow unit count is because of the Red Guard. He's gone for the Red Guard and the upgrade, so he's going to be getting the oils. pretty soon. Leikeze doesn't care about oils. He reckons they're overpowered, so both oils, of course, are going to be taken with no contest. Leikeze also doesn't value this left-hand side. After that worker got denied, he's not contested it again at all. Leikeze is going for his own oil though, which is good to see. Got a tunnel here on the left, which is going to provide a bit of a scout and a bit of defense against this. But Firelord now on 2 oils and pumping out of 2 war factories. As long as he doesn't like tech up or do makes too soon, he just needs to pump out a massive ground army, and the big ground army is going to help you win this. Game. Gats and outposts are strong versus stealth, because the outposts are going to be detecting the stealth tunnels, and the outposts are also good against quads, and the Gats are going to be good against the RPGs. Flamer going down there. It's like Leikeze is trying to protect this repair building, doing a massive stronghold in the middle with 5 tunnels there. Outpost is probably going to get taken out. I really would have finished off them last 2 tank hunters. One does escape just. Firelord now making a Gatling cannon just to protect this right hand side. Firelord now also making a... can I delete that beacon? I don't think I can delete that beacon, can I? Firelord also making a propaganda center now. Big engagement here on the right. Is looking probably better for Leikeze because these units are all pretty low already. But Leikeze is losing quite a few quads. Flamer is going to sneak there as well and actually clear out that garrison. Flamer is going to get taken out though. He can't handle 2 tunnels at the same time. He can only handle a tunnel in a 1v1. Another Flamer going to go down. A lot of Gats going to be lost here. Firelord are choosing a bad engagement here to attack. You only want to take engagements when you know you're going to win. You don't want to just be wasting units like this and allowing the Leikeze to pick off so many. When you get vetted quads like this, it's going to be so hard to deal with. Even just 3 quads now can probably beat all of them. Power's going to be going down now as well. This is quite a poor performance so far that I'm seeing from Firelord. Firelord is usually better than this, from what I know and from what I've seen. Firelord not building a power, he's just choosing to build a command center really slow. That's going to build really slow. I would like to have seen a power really quick. We have got a Flamer and an outpost here. That tunnel is going to be going down 100%. He's going to flame his own outpost though, which is a little bit strange. Killing the tunnel down to the whole mode and killing his outpost. Firelord choosing to build like a good 10 or 15% more of his command center and then build a power plant. Why would you not just build the power plant as soon as you realize the power is going to be going down so you can keep power up the whole time? Keep seeing mistakes like this, these games. So Overlord out now for Firelord. Overlords are really slow, and it's going to be a really slow victory if you are going to win this game, but Overlord's going to go down to quads and RPGs all day long. There's way too many. This is going to be GG for Firelord, I'm afraid. It's looking like it's going to be 2-2. Firelord knows it, and GG.
You are victorious.
Quads RPGs all the way. Look, he's just charged through the center. Firelord had a bad engagement, lost to some quads. The quads vetted up. Quad scrapped up and became more powerful, and now it is 2-2. Evens. Firelord actually collected loads more money, almost double, and almost exactly the amount of same units killed as well. So it's the money that you can tell the money didn't make a difference at all. Firelord should have made more units before going the oils, in my opinion. He also shouldn't have built the propaganda center so soon. He should have bunkered off more sides and secured that left hand side. And built more units and had a bigger army. That's how I think Firelord should have won that game. So yeah, GG. Okay, so now on Blasted Lands, we've got Leikeze in the top with USA Vanilla against Firelord with super weapon. So let's see. Actually, I really thought Firelord was going to win this like a 4-1 or something like that. That's what I was predicting in my head before we went into these games. But actually, it's looking more and more shaky for Firelord after losing those 2 games. And now Firelord's got a weaker army again on a very balanced map as well, so you would think that Leikeze should win this. Leikeze actually placed in the scaffold for a barracks, but then choosing not to build it. He's probably going to build it with this dozer instead. He's choosing to continue that. It doesn't make any difference. Firelord looking like he's going to go for a drop. Like he's going for 2 barracks. Yeah, Firelord's got the weaker army, and the reason is the V's cost more, so they cost 850 versus 700 for the USA's. Apart from air, I think it's like 800. So the key's choosing a very defensive playstyle. I actually don't mind this. It's a build where I use myself. Choosing to use the ranges for defense against missile defender drop. EMP going up there for Firelord on this left hand side. Two supplies, but only one Chinook on this one. Firelord actually going for a fast oil capture. The key's recognizing that there is no aggression, no drop, and going for a war factory now. And where's his drone? Did his drone get taken out, or has he done a drone on the side? Those are going down for the keys, a little bit aggressive. I think he was doing the same as what he was doing on that Canyon of the Dead map, where he made a supply right at the top. Sorry, not a supply, where he made a barracks at the top of the right at the top of the map. Both oils looking like they're going to be captured for Firelord, and Firelord actually also building now. He's got 3 EMPs up, so Leikeze thinking that he can just bunker off completely against the super weapon general. He's probably got another thing coming, because now Firelord has taken over. He's got the control of the left because he's got something inside of that bunker. He's got control there. He's got the oil. He's got control here. Firelord's also got his oil here. And even if Leikeze manages to break through some of them things, Firelord has then got a line of EMPs, so nothing really is going to be breaking through. And Leikeze needing to do some big aggression. Making a strategy center now is a bad idea. You want to get loads and loads of V's out. I'd even do 2 war factories. In fact, yeah, I would do 2 war factories, and I'd go for some one of the third supplies. That's exactly probably what I would do. You cannot play this defensive against a decent player like Firelord, and especially when he's a super weapon. Super weapon's going to build loads of EMPs. He's going to build his own strategy center. He's going to build Auroras, and then you're going to lose the game. Bit of an engagement here, so we've got Firelord winning that. Leikeze losing his first V. Bunker has now been cleared out. Pretty good if Firelord can get inside of there, but no laser lock, not putting him inside there, but there was flashbangs anyway, so he's just going to get cleared out no matter what. Would like to have seen a laser lock there. Search and Destroy is now up, and Command Center also going up for Leikeze. Oiler's now gone down too.
Search and destroy.
Barracks been constructed on this left side by Firelord. Quite a lot of missile defenders in here, so Leikeze not paying attention at all, not even going to evacuate anything. Uses 3 Vs for basically nothing. Oil has been captured by Leikeze on this right side. The Rangers should just be able to finish that, no problem. The Rangers have already taken quite a bit of damage. He's got this area pretty well defended by them 3 missile defenders. But Leikeze just playing so slow. Strategy Center and Command Center are now up. That's a $4,500 investment that you could have used to make more Vs. Kind of stop production of Vs now, it looks like. What is he planning to do? He's going to make supply drop zones against a super weapon general. Are you joking me? You cannot bunker against a super weapon general, especially when the super weapon general has all of the map control. He's got a bunker there, bunker here. Like, you need to push, and you need to be... I don't understand why you think you can bunker against the stronger late game army each time. Just completely baffles me. Leikeze gonna go forward with 3 Vs. We've got Colonel Burton out from Firelord. See, if he had like 10 or 15 Vs now, he could pretty much charge anywhere, even against the EMPs, and probably still win the battle. But the fact that he's only got 3 out is not good at all. All the V's going to go down for Firelord. Firelord didn't really need to engage with his V's there, just to unload your missile defenders and just laser lock everything. Aurora is now out. That missile defender is going to go flying. I'm not sure quite where he's gone. That V is probably going to get picked off. It is moving really, really slowly, but it is just going to escape in time. Ooh, Colonel Burton, nice. Managed to kill the Aurora there, and he's probably going to go for the Dozer as well. It's actually looking very, very good. If he gets close enough to the Dozer. So I was thinking it might EMP it, but he's actually placing a TNT on it, so that's pretty good. Is that Firelord's last Dozer? I think it is. This will be interesting to see. I think that Chinook's going to fall out the sky. This is going to be pretty cool. Not very often you see that. This is so weird. I think the Chinook would have fallen out of the sky and died. But what would have happened if the Chinook had landed to let another unit inside it? Let's say you put a Ranger from over here and you put it inside it, but the Dozer was still inside. Would the Dozer have died still? I think it probably would have. But it's just like when you put let's say you get a GLA unit with a TNT on it and you put it inside a tunnel. The tunnel takes the damage, the tunnel tanks the damage. But I can't think off the top of my head, it's quite a rare scenario if the Chinook, whilst landed, will tank the damage. But I know if the Chinook dies, the Dozer will obviously die because it would be interesting to know. I might actually test that a bit later on. Leikeze continuing to bunker up, finally now making a second war factory, also a third war factory even. He's also floating 5k, so how much was he floating before if he's just built 2? This is so weird. More Auroras out now. Massive army out from Firelord. This game really should be the opposite. It should be Firelord who's being the bunkery one, and it should be Leikeze who has got loads and loads of V's out. One V going down, Aurora's going to get taken out. Another Aurora coming in. Aurora's going to have a hard time actually hitting the V army whilst there's a big engagement going, because Leikeze is going to be paying attention and going to be moving him around a lot. You kind of want to wait until Leikeze is not paying attention and then just strike the army. Kind of like when it's just sitting in a blob like this. Aurora's coming in again because Leikeze is paying attention and not going to achieve that much. But actually, Firelord, that might have been Firelord's trick because he was picked off a V there. Another Aurora coming in, and these Auroras actually need to be careful because they're probably going to go down. He's got no countermeasures, but it has split the V army up, which has actually worked out to his advantage. That V is probably going to go down. V's being traded off on both sides here. Looking like Leikeze is going to be able to fend off this attack. So Leikeze has got about 7 V's there. Not sure how many Auroras are up. We'd like to see a third supply established from one of the players at least. Engagement trading off on both sides again. I don't like this from Leikeze. These are hanging around way too much, and if Firelord was paying attention or on the ball, those both V's would have been laser locked. Only one going down. That's without the laser lock, but with the laser lock they both would have gone down. Missile defenders, I have no idea what they're doing, but they're all going to die. Good strike from the Aurora. 4 V's going down this time. V's now pushing down this left-hand side. Through the center, we've got a big army of V's as well. From Firelord, going to charge straight down the middle. Is it going to straight down the middle, or is it going to go right? It's going to go right, and then in this right hand side, and he's built supply drop zones which are going to go down so easily from the V's. And Aurora coming in, doing another strike on V's, actually successfully getting 1 or 2 of them just then. Oh, actually maybe 3. War factory going down here. I'm not convinced that Leikeze was able to produce from 3 war factories at the same time, so I'm confused why he built 3 when he should have built 2 from the beginning. So Firelord is going to be repelled again. He's caused quite a bit of damage. He's killed 3 Vs and a war factory, so he has caused quite a bit of damage. Firelord is going to continue to be chased away. Another Aurora coming in. That's looking like a really good hit. All of these going down now, bar 1, which is a little bit out of position. Leikeze, I'm afraid it looks like EU are going out of round 1. Actually, I say that it's not even the last game, is it? I thought it was the last game. I thought Firelord was ahead, but actually he's not. But either way, it's still going to be 3-2 to Firelord. It's looking like a major advantage for him. So Leikeze is going to have to pull something amazing out of the bag on the last game, if he's in the next game rather, if he's going to turn this around. Leikeze, this is GG. There's no way you can win this. You need to just quit. As I say that, he does. Firelord actually collecting very similar supplies there. Yeah, not quite sure how when Firelord had both of the oils at one point, so you'd think he would be ahead, but maybe it's because he didn't build a fourth Chinook on that supply on the left hand side. You can see though the units destroyed for Firelord. Actually a lot more, killed about 50% more units. And I've just updated the score, so we're now on 3-2 for Firelord. Okay, so Leikeze needs to win the next 2 games in a row if he's going to win this. We've got Firelord as the infantry, yellow China player in the south, and then in the north we've got Leikeze with the cyan, USA vanilla. We're on cold territory, this map is called. So you've got 2 oils pretty damaged on this left and right hand side. You've got these 4 supply crates. You've got these supply crates here. These bunkers are pretty important for trying to secure the sides. A car there, I'm not sure if that can be a terror card though. So let's see what build orders these players are going to do. 2 supplies for Leikeze. I'm not sure why he builds his supplies facing forward, because surely it's slightly better just to make it face the supply, so your Chinook actually doesn't have to fly here and then rotate back here and then go like that. I'd rather just build it straight facing the supply dock. So we've got a 3 supply build and 3 dozer build out of Firelord, it looks like. So I've seen like players like Hawkeye do this before, where you build a barracks and a bunker on this left hand side. You try and get in there, build a bunker here. If your enemy sits back and lets you, you can also take that bunker as well, but I would probably just recommend building a bunker. A little bit slow though, and Firelord behind this going for a war factory. Yeah, look, when I say a little bit slow, I mean he's a little bit slow in securing this area. Your first units always want to go for the safe building, so you want to go in there, and you want to build a bunker as well.
Let's pick up some goods.
Not quite sure why he's not building a bunker, because then that makes this area kind of impregnable.
They're attacking our base.
He is building a bunker now, but look how dangerously close that is to that missile defender. If Leikeze was on point and this was a good player, he would have just nailed that and you would have lost $700. Luckily Leikeze is not paying attention. In the center we've got Leikeze taking some map controls. He's going in 2 of these bunkers here. They are pretty damaged, so I don't usually like taking them too much. Flashbang is already out, which is pretty impressive. They're going to be completely clearing out this center part. Leikeze is not, sorry, Firelord is not evacuating them. On the right hand side we've got an aggressive tunnel, an aggressive barracks and a fire base. Not a bad build order from Leikeze, to be honest. He's doing pretty well. I actually like the build orders out of both players on this one. I would like to see a third supply built from Leikeze now on that right side. He's got plenty of infantry to defend. We've got a fire base over here to provide some nice cover. I'd like to see from Firelord a minigunner just queued up and put to the back of there. Easily just walk past the fire base and get in the supply line and cause some problems. We've got oil capture out of Firelord now, and an assault troop crawler. One of those units are going to go down so quick to the assault troop crawler, even with the flashbangs. They're going to be nailed by the minigunners really quick. We've got Helix coming out of Firelord. Phil's on the way. The Flamer is going to get close to the firebase. It normally wouldn't 1v1 a firebase, but I think because of the weird terrain, firebase wasn't able to get its first shot off in time. So actually the Flamer is going to kill the 5 ace and actually vet 2 itself, so he's going to self-heal now as well, and that's a big problem for Leikeze. Leikeze not building a second or any more missile defenders out there to laser lock this. He's going to lose his whole right hand side now. Pretty bad V micro, just walking straight into the minigunners. Minigunners is a little bit slow to react, but still gets the kill. This Helix is going to cause massive problems. Leikeze is going for the strategy center again, but he keeps going strategy center when he has no units on the field, or very little units on the field. The strategy center isn't going to win you the game alone. You need loads more units before you go in the strategy center, unless you're doing some really pro unseen strategy or specific strategy or build order. Leikeze, this is not looking good for you at all, my friend. Even if all these units just charge through here now, even at the flashbang ranges, it's probably just going to tear through it all. We've got a Helix behind this. If this attack down the right is not going to win, then the Helix will. Struggling to see where the Helix is. The Helix is actually already in the base, killed the strategy center. GG missed all the action there. Completely missed the action. Firelord again collecting about 50% more supplies. It was paid off because of the third supply that he built really quick. Updated the score, it's going to be 4-2 for Firelord. Yeah, units destroyed 27, so he's almost destroyed double. So Firelord outclassing Leikeze there in quite a bit in round 1 and goes through to the next round 4-2. So well played to Firelord.